Hello, in this video we're going to go through learning target 421, which is to calculate a missing value given the mean. So we're just going to jump right into an example of this because it takes our calculations of means and then we just add in some missing values. So this one says Travis has been working hard and received these test scores, 90, 88, 95, 98. If he wants to have an average test score of 94 to get an A, what must his fifth test score be? So we want to set this up in our mean. And just as a reminder, remember that to calculate the mean by hand, you want it to take the sum of your values over the number of values. So you add them all up and then it's over the number that you have. So when we're given this information, we actually know the mean. We know the average. It says that he wants an average test score of 94. So I'm going to plug in 94 where the mean is. And then I need to add up all of my scores. And I know most of them, so I'm going to have 90 plus 88 plus 95 plus 98. And then there's one that's missing. So the fifth test score we don't know. So I'm just going to put an X there because we don't know what that is. And then the number of values is 5 because I had my 4 that I already know and my fifth test score. And you set it up the same way each time. You plug in the mean that you want, the values that you already know, use X for your variable. So now to solve this, we can simplify by, I usually do two things at once, so hopefully you can too because it saves you some time. But I'm going to combine all of these values. And then I also need to get rid of this fraction to be able to do anything with X. So to get rid of this divide by 5, I'm going to multiply both sides by 5. So 94 times 5 is 470. And then I'm going to add up those values together. And I get 371. And I still have that plus X. And then since these are being added together, I just have to subtract on both sides. And we get 99. So you just want to make sure that you can answer this question in a sentence. If you have to, so I didn't explicitly ask you to do that here, but you should be able to. So this means that his fifth test score must be a 99%. So why don't you pause the video and go ahead and do the you try. I will do it at the same time, and then you can unpause it when you are ready. All right, so here I have it set up, and then I simplify, and I get 15. So she needs to collect 15 teddy bears in the last month to have an average of 18. Now, these last two aren't different. They just don't give you a story. So in this example, it says, given the following values, identify X, and we know this. So again, you set it up the same way. You know your average needs to be 68. You know you have these values. And there are 4 of them. So I can multiply 68 and 4 to get 272. Add up my values here to get 183. And subtract to get 89. So this one doesn't have a context. That just means the last number needs to be 89 for us to have an average of 68. It's pretty easy to check your work as well on these. So 89 doesn't seem like an unrealistic number to be in this data set. So 50, 60, 73, 89, that seems fine. However, if you have something that's like 700 something, like that seems a little insane. So it's kind of easy to see if you made a mistake here just by comparing it to the other numbers. So again, why don't you do this last one, pause the video, and then unpause when you're ready. All right, and for this one, I have it set up correctly, and then our X should be 261. And this wraps up Learning Target 421.